Hey, what's up? What's up? Okay, hey you guys, that was kind of lame. But anyways, I wonder, can you guys hear me because of the air conditioning? Okay, hey, what's up you guys? It is me, Tanisha, back again with another video, back at it again. That's so obnoxious, I'm so sorry. But today I am going to be doing a video about moving to a new city where like you don't know anybody and you just like kind of uproot your life and move to a new place. I recently did this last year. I moved to Pittsburgh and I'm about to do it again. I'm going to be moving to St. Louis. I mean, it's a little different for St. Louis because I did live there previously in my life, like in that area, but I'm moving back as an adult without like my family, so it is kind of the same thing. I think that's it. So yeah, let's get right into this. So number one, it is okay to be nervous. I think for Pittsburgh, I was a little nervous, but for moving to St. Louis, I'm a lot of nervous. And I think it's okay as long as you don't let that nervous energy stifle you. And what I mean by that is don't let your nerves stop you from going and doing this. This is going to be a hard, you know, experience, but it's going to be worth it in the end. I do not regret uprooting and moving to Pittsburgh. And I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna regret moving back to St. Louis. I think that sometimes we get caught up in our heads and we're like, oh, this is too scary, oh, I'm too nervous, and you don't do it. But I think that sometimes our nervous energy is supposed to push us into doing things that push us into the next level of our lives. And so if you have the opportunity to uproot your life and move to another city, state, country, I think you should absolutely do it. I think it is such a great learning opportunity because you not only get to learn yourself, you get to learn a new city, learn the people there, learn the culture. And I think it's just so great, and you wouldn't have that opportunity if you stay in the same familiar place that you've already been in. Number two, take time to adjust. Once you move, you know, if you are moving for school or something, take a few weeks before school starts and just adjust, you know, learn how to get around, learn where the grocery store is, learn where coffee shops are, learn where like bookstores are, stuff that you like, find that in your new city. And so I would take maybe 2 weeks, a week or so to just explore your city before you have any like major obligations to like work or school. Take time to really figure out your surroundings, figure out where you are, and give yourself that time to adjust, because it is going to be kind of like a culture shock to your system. You're not going to be familiar with things. You're probably going to have to GPS everywhere, and that's okay. So giving yourself that 2-week buffer is enough time for you to find the places that you like, find the little things in the city that you wouldn't have found otherwise if you had jumped right into work. You know what I'm saying? Right. Okay, number three, it kind of goes with number one, but it is okay to be homesick. I know when I first moved here to Pittsburgh, after my parents left and after they helped me move in, I was super homesick. Like, I was just like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if Pittsburgh's for me. I'm really nervous. I think it was a combination of being nervous to start this program and being homesick. This is the first time I had moved away from home. The first time I had moved out, really. You know, I went to college 30 minutes away from where my parents live. And so this was, I am rapidly losing sunlight, but this was like a big experience, and I was really homesick. Like, I wanted to go home. And for the first half of the year, I did make plans to go home, but I made sure that I stuck it out here more than I went home. And I think that really helped me, like, kind of, once I got busy and got involved with things, it really helped lower my levels of homesickness because I was out doing stuff, out having fun, and I didn't miss like the comfortability of home because I was out here exploring in Pittsburgh. Number four, this is super important, and I didn't do enough of this here at Pittsburgh, but I am going to do more of it when I move to St. Louis, is find a crew of people who may be new to the city too, or just, you know, people who live in the city. Find people who you can connect with. And I think that is so important to build your community in this new city because you don't want to feel isolated. And not that this is anybody's fault but my own. Here in Pittsburgh, I felt really isolated because I didn't go anywhere, and I was scared to go out and like hang out with people basically from the internet who lived in Pittsburgh. But that's not their fault that I didn't go hang out. It's my fault. So I'm going to make sure to make a conscious effort to make a community when you move. I think that'll be very important for you to try new things, help you find little spots in the city that are cool, and just having a group of people that you can lean on in a new city is going to be imperative, and it's going to make that transition so much better. Number 5, make your apartment your safe space. Make it your little nest and your little slice of heaven, because sometimes you're going to go out into the city and it's going to be too overwhelming. You're gonna be like overstimulated, whatever. You need a break, and your apartment and your home should be that place to have that break. You know, for me, I don't invite everybody over to my apartment because I don't want everybody in my safe space. And that's not to say that I don't like these people, but it's just like my apartment is my space, and that's my safe space, and you should create your apartment to be your safe space, your home, where after you've had a long day of exploring in this new city, or you've had a rough day at work, make it your own. And I think that that is one of the things that really helped me here at Pittsburgh, is because when I felt like, oh, this is too much, I'm doing too much, there's too much on my plate, I can go home, have a relaxing day, listen to music, play with my dog, and it was all good the next day. But I wouldn't let your home being this comfortable space be the reason you don't leave your house. You gotta leave, you gotta go explore, basically. Okay, so number 6 is moving to a new city by yourself. For me, it really kind of pushed me into the real world. And what I mean by that is, it wasn't like college was fake world or living with my parents was like fake. It was just that moving to the city by myself made it like, this is me as an adult, finally. Like, yes, living close to home is cool as an adult, it works out, it's great, but I don't think I would have learned as much about myself had I stayed at home. Moving to Pittsburgh, you know, learning how to be an adult, learning how to navigate a big city, there's no way I would have learned that had I stayed up under my parents, or had I stayed closer to home. And I think that, I don't know, it showed me how independent I really am, because I always thought of myself as this like really dependent person. But moving to a new city by myself, it really showed me that like, hey, I can do this. Like, I can be an adult, live by myself, pay these bills, take public transportation, and get it done like a big girl. Like, put my big girl panties on and move out. Like, it was, I don't know, I don't think moving to a new city alone gave me that realization that like, hey, I'm about this life and I can do this. And I don't know if I would have learned that, or maybe it would have taken longer for me to learn that had I stayed where I was. Okay, number 7, and this is the last one. Sorry, my nose is itchy. I feel like moving to a new city gives you the freedom and the peace to not be tied down to things that you don't want to be tied down to. So for one, the freedom. You are moving to a new place, you have the opportunity to reinvent yourself, or not even reinvent yourself, be who you really are. Because sometimes I feel like, especially for me, I felt like at Hampton, I was in this little bubble of like being really smart, being the girl involved in everything. And you know, like moving to Pittsburgh, I didn't know if I wanted to be her anymore. I just wanted to be low-key Tanisha, which is who I really am on the inside. And moving to this new city, not knowing nobody, really allowed me to be exactly who I wanted to be, exactly who I felt like I was on the inside. Now, I mean, if you have some bad characteristics, moving away can also help you fix those things before you make friendships in the new city, right? And then it gave me peace because it made me realize that like, I am not gonna be tied down to any place. Like, I can just up and move. Like, I don't know about you, but maybe it's like the military kid in me, but something about just up and moving and going to a new place is like really comforting to me. Like, I don't want to live my whole life, you know. Well, I mean, maybe when I'm older I want to stay in one place, but right now I'm young, I'm 24. I want to be able to move around and just up and go to a new place, up and go to California, up and do whatever. But I feel like it gives me the peace of knowing, like the peace of mind knowing that like if I want to move, I can do that, and I'm not gonna be stuck. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I shouldn't move because all my friends are here. Nope, peace out, deuces, I'm out. And if that's just, I don't know, it's really, it gives me a lot of peace, because like if I don't like a place for too long, I can go, and you can go, and we can all move around. Like you're not a tree. Like pick up and move. Okay, so those are the 7 things I really learned when I moved to this new city. Granted, I was nervous, and granted, you'll probably be nervous too, but if you have the opportunity to up and move, I would highly suggest it. I wouldn't suggest, you know, just moving. I would suggest, you know, finding a job, finding an opportunity, and jumping on it and going the distance, because when opportunity knocks, you should answer. And even if that answering means you have to move to California and you live in Texas or something. Well, Texas isn't that far. But if you have to up and leave. Like, do not let your fear of moving to a new city stop you, because you can do it. If I can do it, trust me, you can do it. So I hope this video helped you. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, and I love you all so much. Bye.